polls coalitions likely by December. Talks among political parties and alliances on seat sharing and forging election coalitions are accelerating ahead of the Jatiya Sangsad polls, with leaders suggesting that the process could take its final shape by the end of December. Man shot dead after court appearance in Dhaka. Actor Sohail Chowdhury, murder accused, who was returning after a court appearance over another killing, was shot dead by unidentified assailants in front of the Dhaka National Medical Institute Hospital at Sutrapur in the capital on Monday. The deceased was identified as Tariq Saif Mamoon, 55, hailing from Lakshmipur Sadar Upazila, and was an accused in a few murder and other cases. Man shot dead in BNP factional clash in Munshiganj. A 35-year-old man was shot to death and another was injured in a clash between two factions of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party in Chardumuria village under Munshiganj Sadar Upazila Monday morning. The deceased is Arif Mir, 35, of the village. 14 crude bombs exploded at places in city. At least 14 crude bombs were exploded in 8 incidents in the Agagaon, Mohammadpur, Dhanmondi, Mirpur, Kilgaon and Muchak areas Dhaka on Monday. 3 buses were also burnt in 3 incidents in the capitals Dhanmondi, Shahjadpur and Merul Badar on the day. ACC approves charges against ex-IGP Benazir. The Anti-Corruption Commission on Monday approved a charge sheet against former Inspector General of Police Benazir Ahmed in a case filed for his alleged involvement in amassing illegal wealth and concealing information of his wealth. Growth target revised down, inflation up. The government on Monday decided to revise down the country's gross domestic product growth to 5% from 5.5% for the 2025-26 financial year. It also made upward revision of inflation to 7% from the original 6.5% set by the finance advisor in the FY26 national budget announced in June, said officials. High Court questions cancellation of music teacher, physical training instructor posts in primary schools. The High Court on Monday asked the government to explain within 2 weeks why its decision to cancel the posts of music teachers and physical training instructors in government primary schools should not be declared illegal. A bench of Justice Obaidul Quader and Justice Sheikh Hasina issued the rule after hearing a public interest litigation filed by Supreme Court lawyer Sarwat Siraj Shukla. Murder charges pressed against Hasina, Quader, 447 others. After 15 months of investigation, the police have submitted a charge sheet to the Sirajganj Chief Judicial Magistrate Court in connection with the killing of 3 Bangladesh Nationalist Party activists during the 2024 mass uprising that led to the fall of the Awami League government. The charge sheet was submitted on November 6. Stocks sink by 261 points in 7-day slump. Dhaka stocks extended their losing streak for the 7th consecutive session on Monday as jittering investors dumped shares amid fears of fallout from the new margin loan rules. The merger of 5 distressed Islamic banks and mounting political uncertainty ahead of the national election. Businesses urge UN team to delay LDC graduation. Business leaders of the country's ready-made garments and textiles sector, along with representatives from various chambers, urged the visiting United Nations team to delay Bangladesh's graduation from least developed country status. Tax to be deducted from government staff salaries. The Office of the Comptroller General of Accounts issued a directive to deduct income tax at source from the salaries of the government officers and employees through the Integrated Budget and Accounting System. The office issued the directive on Monday, following a semi-official letter regarding the matter, issued on October 7th of this year, from Chairman of the National Board of Revenue. Government borrowing from banks drops in July to October. Government borrowing from the banking system fell by 503 crore taka in the first 4 months of the 2025-26 financial year, as the government relied more on non-bank and foreign financing sources to manage the budget deficit. Tigers return to Test after long gap. Najmul Hossain Shanto has called for more focus, as Bangladesh are set to return to Test cricket after a 4.5-month break when they lock horns against Ireland in the first of the 2 Test series at the Sylhet International Stadium today. The 2 teams faced off only once before in the longest format of the game, and that was in 2023 in Dhaka, where the Tigers won by 7 wickets. Ireland taking inspiration from Zimbabwe. Ireland would take inspiration from Zimbabwe's triumph over Bangladesh in the previous Test held at the Sylhet International Stadium, according to their captain Andrew Balbirnie. Zimbabwe beat Bangladesh by 3 wickets in April this year after Blessing Muzarabani ran riot over the hosts.